Gigantic listening towers, presumed to be of Jove origin, began decloaking all over New Eden this week. These coincided with the sudden appearance of heavily armed vessels that Concord is calling drifter battleships. Like the listening towers, the pilots of these ships carry signs of Jove origin. One of the first engagements involving drifters is causing great concern across New Eden. This footage shows fighters from the Thanatos-class carrier Rex attacking a lone drifter battleship. At first, the carrier seems to have the upper hand, its fighters slowly but surely wearing down the drifter shields, until the drifter ship suddenly unleashes its primary weapon, destroying the carrier with a single shot. The ship's capsuleer and sole survivor, Dantheus, claims he was taken by complete surprise and that he's never seen such power. All attempts to communicate with the drifters have thus far proven futile. Fortunately, they don't appear to be hostile unless provoked.
Mr. Hawk, pursuit course. Engage.
Aye, sir.
What?
I can hear them.
I have a patient here who insists on coming to the bridge.
Welcome aboard the Enterprise E, Mr. Worf.
Thank you, sir. The Defiant.
Adrift, but salvageable.
Tough little ship.
Little.
Mr. Worf, we could use some help at tactical.
You do remember how to fire phasers.
Sensors show chronometric particles emanating from the sphere.
They're creating a temporal vortex.
Time travel.
Data, report.
We appear to be caught in a temporal wake.
Captain. Earth.
The atmosphere contains high concentrations of methane, carbon monoxide, and fluorine.
Life signs?
Population approximately 9 billion. All Borg.
How?
They must have done it in the past. They went back and assimilated Earth, changed history.
But if they changed history, why are we still here?
Temporal wake must have somehow protected us from the changes in the timeline. Sir, the vortex is collapsing.
Hold your course, Mr. Hawk. We must follow them back. Repair whatever damage they've done.
Go home.
You're gonna regret this tomorrow.
One of the things you should have learned about me by now is that I don't have regrets. Come on, Lily, one more round.
Z, you had enough.
Huh?
You're not going up in that thing with a drunken pilot.
Well, I sure as hell am not going up there sober.
What is that?
That is the constellation Leo.
No, that.
News of a stellar anomaly rocks New Eden. What was initially thought to be a sudden, massive stellar explosion, nicknamed Caroline's Star after the pilot who first spotted it, the distant anomaly has since baffled the scientific community. Shortly after its appearance, a team of astronomers triangulated its location, suggesting that these are the remnants of the star W477P. Located deep within Jove's space, the star was previously believed to be stable and not massive enough to cause an explosion of this scale. However, its unreachable location eliminates all possibility of confirming the actual cause. Scientists also remain puzzled by the anomaly's sudden, simultaneous visibility throughout New Eden. According to physicist Balti Katai, starlight appearing simultaneously across all systems in New Eden doesn't make any sense. The energy required to create such an event is incomprehensible. Given the unusual nature of the anomaly and the lack of any conclusive scientific explanation, its existence has inspired rampant speculation from all quarters. Popular theories explain it as either the discharge of a Jove superweapon against a Sancha invasion, a herald of the prophesied coming of Bob, or a sign of the impending apocalypse. We'll have more on this as the story develops.
After all these years?
We gotta get to the Phoenix!
To hell with the Phoenix.
There is utter confusion here in Safazan, as the condition of Empress Jamal Saram remains unknown after a Titan carrying the Empress was destroyed by Drifter forces just a few minutes ago. The Empress was to attend the inauguration of the new Imperial flagship, the Arcturitus, at the Safazan headquarters of the Imperial Navy. Traveling in the Seraph, an Avatar-class Titan, the Empress was believed to be well protected and accompanied by a formidable escort. Despite this, the Seraph came under attack from a large Drifter force, appearing almost immediately after the Empress arrived in Safazan. Imperial guards attempted to intercept the attackers, but the Drifters used new tactics in their assault, utilizing their superior speed to head straight for the Seraph while ignoring all other ships. Within a matter of seconds, the Seraph was completely engulfed and obliterated by simultaneous fire from the entire Drifter force. It is obvious that the Empress was the sole target, and once the Seraph was destroyed, the Drifters warped away without concern for any other ships present. The speed and precision the Drifters displayed while executing their plan seems to have stunned the Imperial Guard, as they were unable to react in time to put up any defense during the short but devastating attack. While search and rescue efforts are still underway, there have been no announcements made, nor have we been able to confirm anything regarding the condition or whereabouts of Empress Jamal Saram. We will of course keep on reporting as the situation develops. This is Alton Havery, reporting for The Scope.
Report.
Shields are down, long-range sensors are offline. Main power is holding. According to our astrometric readings, we are in the mid-21st century. From the radioactive isotopes in the atmosphere, I would estimate we have arrived approximately 10 years after the Third World War.
Makes sense. Most of the major cities have been destroyed, very few governments left. 600 million dead. No resistance.
Captain.
Mr. Worf, quantum torpedoes.
Ready, sir.
Imperial Navy forces have been mobilized in response to reports of increased drifter activity across Amar space. A state of emergency has not yet been declared. However, tensions are high in systems where fear of an imminent threat is present. Many speculate that the escalation began following Cartham Conglomerate's decision to market the Entosis link. It is a device that allows the user to project their consciousness into system mainframes. It is believed to be the result of reverse engineering technology acquired from sleeper scanners. Connecting the device to Jove observatories in attempts to retrieve Antikythera has also yielded what looks to be sections of garbled surveillance logs dating several decades back. It still remains unclear what information was being collected by the Jove observatories or for what purpose. But evidence from those logs proves they have been watching us for decades. This drifter show of force and the unprecedented drifter incursion into Uli last week has strained the already fragile standoff, and concerns of a full-scale war seem more founded with each passing day. This is Alton Havery reporting for The Scope.
Fire. We're firing at the surface. Location.
Western Hemisphere. North American continent.
The Scope has received confirmation that for only the third time in history, a Revenant supercarrier has been destroyed. Piloted by its owner, Engineer, the Vagrant was one of very few Revenants to see service outside Sanchez Nation. When the Prelium Ultima fleet it operated with jumped out of 6E TAC MOW, the supercarrier stayed behind for reasons that are still unknown. Knowing the warp-in coordinates used by the Vagrant, members of Pandemic Legion saw the opportunity and planned an ambush. 13 hours after PL forces set their trap, the Vagrant warped in. Pinned down by vastly superior forces, the supercarrier never stood a chance, going down in seconds thanks to doomsday hits from the waiting Titans. While Pandemic Legion claimed the incident as an example of their tactical prowess, Engineer argued that he didn't initially recognize his opponents as a threat, thanks to a non-aggression agreement between PL and PU. This is Lena Amber in 6E TAC MOW, reporting for The Scope.
It's like a missile complex in central Montana.
Missile complex. The date. Date. I need to know the exact date.
April 4th, 2063.
April 4th. The day before first contact.
Precisely.
Then the missile complex must be where Zephyr Cochrane is building his warp ship.
That's what they came here to do. Stop first contact.
How much damage, Lieutenant?
Can't tell. Long-range sensors are still offline.
We have to go down there, find out what happened. Data, Beverly, you're with me. Have a security team meet us in Transporter Room 3. Computer, mid-21st century civilian clothing. Number 1, you have the bridge.